The Big Ten has released another document. I say released, leaked to ESPN, an internal document documenting how, use documenting twice there, they want to extend the college football playoff to 24 teams. Let's talk about how that starts with 16 teams and if your thoughts are changing about the extension of the college football playoff. What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. If this is your first time watching Adapt and Respond, thank you for joining us here. We talk college football year round. If you're into that, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and answer the question in the comments below. After you hear the Big Ten's proposal, do you think we could see an extension to 24 teams? I say that knowing that some of you have already made up your mind about this, but you're still going to follow it through because you like me or you just want to hear what the proposal might be, even though it's been tough to get people to understand that a 24-team playoff is a good idea. I still enjoy it. I think it's a great idea. The extension of the college football playoff has meant good things for college football. The 12-team playoff last year worked. Not only did it work, Indiana ran through the regular season, ran through the postseason, didn't impact them winning a national championship, not nan one bit, right? And you got to see Miami get all the way to the national championship game. That's not going to happen in a 14 playoff. It was never going to happen, right? Now we're just arguing about whether or not Notre Dame should have been in the college football playoff. And I still think that, no, they shouldn't have. BYU had more of an argument to get into this college football playoff than they did, but I digress. So what is it that the Big Ten is proposing here? Well, I made sure to give myself the full breadth of this document so that I could spell this out for you as clearly as I can. So it's a gradual approach. It's one that's going to take a couple of years, even going through 2029 before you could actually see something work. And it's incorporating the college football playoff television contract. So the Big Ten's preferred timeline would be first extend the playoff to 16 teams starting in 2027 and 2028, then jumping to 24 teams no later than 2029, which means you could go up to 24 early, but let's see what 16 does. And then you would let the larger format run through the end of the college football playoff television contract with ESPN that ends in 2031. And then you could have a new round of negotiations that could reshape once again how the postseason is done and who gets to air it. ESPN controls all of the rights to the college football playoff, and it has been found money for them like you'll read about. It has been a great investment. Even as they paid $7.6 billion for the rights to that, it's already making all that money back, especially when you take into account that they're subcontracting the first round of the games to whatever Warner Media is going to become once they get done selling it off. So in the interim, the 16-team format is 5 automatic qualifiers, 11 at-large bids, and that would make up the bracket. I think many people enjoy that format. It makes a lot of sense to them. They understand how it works. The top 2 seeds earn first-round buys, and then the opening round would begin the second week of December with on-campus games. Maybe you're not playing on that Saturday when Army Navy is playing. Maybe you're playing Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. We'll see. From there, later rounds move to traditional bowl sites like New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, mid-January for the national championship game. Then we get to the 2014 playoff, which really does impact the way in which we're going to schedule the postseason, unlike any place any way we've ever seen. So automatic qualifiers would consist of 23 highest ranked +1 guaranteed group of 6 spots. So top 23 ranked teams, according to the selection committee's rankings. Top 8 seeds would receive buys, 2 rounds of a home playoff games, which I think is the real winner here. You get 2 rounds of playing home games, which is, again, major. And the emphasis on the proposal, which is, again, the response is the criticism of the top teams in the current system don't always receive meaningful home field advantage. And the 2014 playoffs is not only are we going to correct that, they're going to get it twice, depending on, or they're going to get it at least once, and you could get it twice, maybe, if you got a real upset. No, you won't. You'll just get the one. But we would get 2 home rounds. So you would also intentionally avoid the first round rematches from the regular season whenever possible, which I think is a great idea. And the quarterfinals and the semifinals would still be held at both sites, with championship games slated for mid-January. Most controversial element is also the buried part, eliminating the conference championship games entirely. Now, I get that. I understand. Many people already think the conference championship games don't matter and they impact the regular season. I like playing for championships. I like more football. But the extension of the college football playoff 24 teams is going to have more increased relevance for the late season and the regular season. And you're also going to make more money. So you extend the bracket that would create 23 total playoff games from 11 currently. So you're more than doubling the format. And you're getting the entire country involved. The SEC already likes a 16-team playoff, but they do not want to get anywhere near a 24-team playoff. I'm not always sure why this is true for them, but I think it's as simple as they want to know that they can get as many teams into a format as possible. They want a super majority whenever they can, which doesn't make them any different than, say, the Mountain West or the Pac-12, as it were. Everybody would like to get as many teams into this thing as they could. In the 2014 playoff that the Big Ten at first proposed, you were guaranteeing spots. And anybody I talked to in the industry did not like that part. They didn't like so many guaranteed spots to the SEC, to the Big Ten, or even the Big 12, the ACC. What they wanted was something that looked more like the FCS format, where you have your top 24 teams and only the top 8 get seeded. If you win your conference championship game or your league championship, you get an automatic qualification, automatic bid to the college football playoff. My favorite example of how this works is not just North Dakota State was sunning everybody before their move to the FBS, but that the Pioneer League plays FCS football. The Pioneer League does not award athletic scholarships, period, which means that when you see San Diego or Drake win the conference championship, they get the bid to the college football, or to the FCS playoffs, but nobody expects them to win, right? Like it's they to get there is one thing, and then you can upset along the way, cool. But I think all of that gets overshadowed because not enough people care about or pay attention to FCS football to really have a smart and compelling argument on this, which is why I throw so many people's idea of what college football playoffs should look like out the window. You don't watch as much college football as I do, and you're not as versed in it as I am. Why would I listen to you? Why would I think that you know more about this than I do, let alone can contribute something meaningful? That said, again, I'm going to push for a 2014 playoff because I think it's a good idea. And I like seeing more football played. And if you don't like seeing more football played, or you want to be the person that wants to yell about the piss poor football you might see played, talk to me about the FCS playing SEC teams in the regular season. Miss me with the other BS.